Hi, welcome back to Fat Doctor TV. This is Dr. Greg Oliver. Well, today I have a guest, and this is Morgan. Say hi, Morgan.
Hi, everybody.
Well, Morgan is someone who's worked for me for several years now, and one thing about Morgan, and you probably notice, she is thin. Now, most of the time we've interviewed people who've been overweight and who've lost their weight, and that is very motivational. And we celebrate their weight loss, and I know you like to say, hey, here was the before, here was the after, look how well this person's done. Well, Morgan, have you ever been fat?
No.
Okay, Morgan's always been thin. I kind of call her skinny, but she's actually thin. She's very, very healthy, and she sets a great example here in our office. And what we wanted to ask Morgan today was from the standpoint of someone who's always been thin. I know all of us people who've had weight issues, who have carried the extra weight and say, hey, I can't lose the weight. We look at people like Morgan and say, it must be her genetics, or it must just be the way her family is, or there's something wrong with Morgan because people can't be that thin. But the truth of the matter is Morgan works at it all the time. Morgan, if you didn't work at it, would you be overweight?
I would definitely be overweight.
Yes, and so we're going to ask Morgan a few questions here about what does she do that's different from someone who carries too much fat. So first question is, Morgan, what do you do?
Exercise, lots of exercise, and just, really good diet, and you just really have to keep track of everything.
Do you have trouble with certain foods? I mean, are there certain things out there like chocolates or candies or cakes that bother you?
I don't really like sweets too much, but the carbs, I think, is a hard one for everybody. It's very hard.
So even thin people have carbohydrate problems, huh? So you have to watch that, right?
Yes.
So do you really work on portion control?
Portion control is a big thing. I think it doesn't really matter what you're eating. If you're eating too much, then, it's just too much, too many calories.
Now, how many days a week do you exercise?
4 to 5.
4 to 5. How long do you exercise?
Anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour.
And what type of exercise do you do?
A lot of cardio. It keeps, the muscle mass down, which in turn makes you, way more, but lot healthier for your heart. And, some weight training is good because it helps burn fat a lot better.
And she said keeps the muscle mass down, but I think she really means keeps the muscle mass up, right?
Well, you don't get as bulky with the cardio.
Oh, okay. So okay, and I found that to be the case. Most women don't like to get massive like guys do. So you want to keep your muscle mass lean and active, but not
More
like
lean muscle, not as much bulky muscle.
Oh, Morgan doesn't want that six-pack, right?
Well, maybe a six-pack, no arms.
Okay. Well, anything else that you do? Do you get plenty of rest?
I get probably 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Go to bed early. It helps.
So we have discovered, and new studies show that getting adequate amounts of sleep, and it's hard in our very stressful life. We have kids, families, jobs, all kinds of stressors, and it's hard to get enough sleep. So here's someone who gets enough sleep, gets plenty of exercise, watches their diet closely. Do you ever keep food logs or anything like that?
I have. My husband was diagnosed with hypoglycemia, and he passed out a lot. So we really have to watch his carbs and his sugar. So it's helped me in turn to not keep certain things in the house and keep track of what he's eating. And so I kind of just try to do the same.
How do you do when you go to restaurants?
A lot of restaurants now have like an extra menu for less calories or like healthier portions and food. So like grilled things, vegetables, there's always a healthier option.
All right. Well, this is just an initial episode. I think you're going to see more of Morgan because we're excited about how she lives her life, and she sets a great example for our patients on how to be healthy and fit and lean. And so today, there you have it. That's the skinny from Morgan here in our office. And thanks, Morgan, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
We look forward to seeing more and getting some more tips from Morgan. So stay tuned to Fat Doctor TV. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.